very easy to cancel the Feather Airstrike, not like the Yi.
Yeah, Benedetta and Yuzong will be the choices now for Incendio Supremacy. I think I'm favoring the Benedetta ban as it is a hero that can actually win a lane against the glue in a way, because you can just go to the backlines and be okay. Maybe this is something that MDH Esports will be considering later on. For now, XP should be the priority for bans when it comes to Incendio Supremacy's draft. While for MDH Esports, they're going to be looking for the carry counters that we have. I would not be surprised if it will be the Claude as their last ban.
I think apart from
Hayabusa,
I think apart from the Claw that's going to get banned away, the Hayabusa ban going in from the side of Incendio, I think what Incendio is trying to do is making sure that MDH is not as comfortable as possible. The Martyrs will be removed by TNC. They have no answer to that, so might as well just take it away from Incendio, right? But however, there's another interesting point is that technically speaking, the Faramis is also quite a good counter against that glue.
Well, you can say that. I think that you can also consider a Fredrin now. Even when you already have the glue for Incendio, absolutely, because you have your frontliner. Although it might have a little bit of a problem against the carry, but you kind of have to have someone to get into the front lines, because even when you have the glue as well as the Kaja, you have to have someone in front. Unless they want to go full-on assassin now for Incendio, but knowing the way that they draft, they don't favor that. Maybe something like an Amon will be the
oh man,
last of their choices.
That's what they picked last time, and okay, I was about to really hype it up when you got that. But you know, Brody comes out, a good choice. You know, with all the marksmen already banned out here. Bea, we saw the 1-1 earlier. Up against the carry, you can go for the Claude, but the Claude is not a good matchup up against the carry.
Yeah, I think the problem is that you go in blazing duel, and then all of a sudden it is going to be the Faramis activating the ultimate, and then all of a sudden, you know, your damage is basically going into the drain, and there you go. I wanted that aim on the side of PNZ, but it's going to be MDH taking it away as well. Not only just that, there's also another potential dive coming up from the Benedetta from the side of MDH.
It's just how it is, Mirko. And the Benedetta as well. We talked about this. It's going to be good versus the glue, at least in the laning stage. That is why they might have picked up the Brody. No, come on, Assassins. Wait, please don't.
No way.
No way.
You all saw.
We saw that.
You all saw that.
Oh my god.
Zoom in.
Okay. If that will be the case, this is definitely a throwback to what the Ube started with. The Blacklist Ube loves that.
He's gonna tap it.
3 seconds. What is it gonna be? The suspense. It's a Leo Mord for Incendio. I thought it was gonna be another Yisun Shin, but nope, it's Leo Mord. Haven't seen this in quite a while, especially after the patch. Up against this composition, up against Amon. Thoughts?
Okay, so a little bit of tankiness in there, just a little bit. But what I like about it is that if you put the opponent very low, and then you pop the Faramis ultimate, right? Eventually, your Oathkeeper passive is going to have a great time because everybody's going to be low after the fact. So you have your burst damage coming out from the far side. You have your sweeper from the Leomord. Eventually, the Brody will be a problem because unlike any other marksman, the Brody is not that concerned about the Benedetta getting in front of you because it's quite tanky. You can go for the stun as well. If you don't get outplayed by the eye for now, you're gonna deal a lot of damage and stay in team fights. So it kind of makes sense to me. However, this is a much better, well-rounded draft coming up from NDH compared to game number 1. I wonder if their team fight is as good as what the draft promises.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are at match point. Incendio looking to send MDH back home to Vietnam, but will MDH bite back? We have to take a look at game number 2.
They have to bite back, right? It's now or never. If you're MDH, there are no more chances. This is it. It's knockout time.
We're going to be trying to force the retribution, but already with the leash coming up from the carry, it will be no problem at all for the Amon. And so far, Incendio Supremacy have been clearing the way much faster than MDH. I wonder whether the first rotation it will be. Seems like they are considering the purple buff, but knowing that the Faramis is going to be a problem, they will just back down.
I feel like Farsa has a really strong early game, right? Your first skill or second skill basically do a lot of damage. You can easily shove the wave and then start to rotate. And to help her rotate even faster, there's always that wing by wings. And I really like how, Wolf, you're talking about they need a cleanup crew.
Yeah.
We're all thinking, you know, Assassin to go back to the backline, clean up, and then move away. technically speaking, an Amon can only target one person to burst him down. Yes, there's some collateral damage with the ultimate, but I want someone that could consistently go in and clean up. Therefore, that's where the Leomord comes in. So I really respect what Incendio and Supremacy has done, but for now, it feels like a party happening at the bottom side.
No, it's a lot of members from MDH.
Yeah, man.
Are they even like trying to concede the early turtle fight? This amount of people that they're deploying here, Nard might be there for the follow, but Apex 47 will not bite the bait.
This is why the glue is meta. So oppressive, and with Rosa coming in, and TNT out of nowhere with the Phantom Steed just riding along, picking up first blood over in the XP lane.
Yep, just picking up something that he is supposed to do. Basically, that's why I was looking for the cleanup, right? Incendio, what their gameplay is to burst people down and then leave it up for TNT to clean it up. But now Joga is already landing down as much shots as possible on that turtle, looking to use the ultimate on top of someone. Right now, MDH has to try to forfeit, but oh no, it's enemy Apex walking the wrong way.
Oh, those are the shards. He's going to be able to burst Apex down. Now TNZ caught, has the retry, picks it up, backs away. It's a kill, traded in over for the turtle.
So Incendio Supremacy bought time because they know that without the purple buff, without the ultimate, Joga will not have that much presence in the turtle fight.
Wait, Rosa with the airstrike is able to survive, out-damaging Need My Help, and Nart. What?
Oh my god,
that was crazy.
That's the power of the Farsa, right? Basically landing down a better airstrike right where he stands. But here go, another team fight.
That's just the combo coming in. The torn apart memory is going to be able to take the gold laner down. Joga dumps in, but the damage is not enough. Rosa once again able to survive. TNZ coming in, zoning Joga away. Walks up like a Chad. It's just the Chad game. Incendio are Chads.
Turkish Chads. Not even delightful anymore. And because of how Apex and how TNZ just set it up, Sunshine was able to absorb every single turret energy away. And Sunshine is definitely going to get more gold as compared to his counterpart.
You cannot just be complacent if you're MDH. You always have to be on your toes because the moment that we saw the MDH just start that releasing their grip, bottom lane's already being pummeled down.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto Hehe. Sunshine going to be able to pick up a kill here. No, my goodness, Sunshine finds it in the last second. It's a double kill for Need My Help. It's a better trade for MDH. And now, it does seem like in terms of kills, they're getting back into it. Rosa with a feather airstrike, forcing Need My Help to flicker out.
I think you're training a gold laner for a gold laner. I think it's still okay, especially when, you know, Sunshine is only one death, right? And don't forget, Incendio is already, in terms of gold, it's super ahead, especially after Sunshine just landing down the damage on top of the turrets. But let's take a look at the emblems. Anything that Wolf, what do you think is actually popping up for you?
I think the choice coming out from the Brody this time, which is the killing spree.
The Divine Judgment onto Joga. Nart able to save his jungler with the Tyrant's Rage. But just like that, no retribution on Joga. And that means it's a free turtle over for the Turkish Incendio Supremacy.
So timing.
The killing spree choice now for Sunshine is totally different from the Brody that we saw earlier on with the Weapon Master, right? So I would assume that there will be a time where Incendio Supremacy will snap and activate that Turkish Delight once again. Maybe in the mid game, maybe around 7-8 minutes. We're going to be grouping up together, want to try to outrun MDH and just take the turrets after one another.
Yeah, but it's going to be Nart engaging, bouncing ball onto Apex 47.
It's a good read, but it's only onto the roamer right now. That's the Phantom Steed with the flanks and the Feather Airstrike to just melt down the Cold Altar. TNZ with the double, running Nart down. That's the bouncing ball to stop the engage. And Incendio just are happy with a 2-for-0. Backing up for a bit. Nart charging the Tyrant's Revenge, but Alien stops him in his tracks.
Absolutely delightful, right? You can see the power of Leomord right there. Just counteract every single thing that what Need My Help wants to do. Looking at the items, already a Hunter Strike, already available for TNC. Not only just the fact that he's going to do a lot more penetration, he's going to have that movement speed buff in order for him to chase down any targets. It's all up to Nart to activate the bouncing ball at the right timing so that TNC doesn't have that follow-up.
And that is why you saw the theory on Leomord, why it can be good against the Faramis, because what you do is that you chunk down your opponents with the Farsa, and when they activate the Cold Altar, they are going to be stunned up because their HPs are low. When the shield is run out, you actually stun them, which is, you know, not going to be in favor of the Faramis users. And you saw the Oathkeeper just deal so much damage against the members of MDH after the Cult Altar is done. And it gave a lot of map control now for Incendio Supremacy. Now they're trying to push top.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push top. Sunshine Nart is actually just jumping right in front of Incendio.
It's gonna fall! Oh my god, it's a fadeaway! Nart gets a Tyrant's Rage, but it's all in desperation. Apex 47 is still alive and Sunshine picks up a double. It's a dominant game. Incendio are absolutely steamrolling their opponents.
Incendio is just burning MDH alive, using Sunshine as basically like a siege unit as well. They are so greedy in this one, taking not only just the turtle, but also at the top side. They are so ahead, and MDH need to find some way with Nart, find a good engage, hopefully catching Sunshine.
All right, what can they do, right? If you take a look at the replay here, Wolf, tell us what they could have done better, because it feels like Incendio are just so far ahead.
They're under their turrets. They already have that condition. However, they were pincered. And Nart activated the ultimate quite too late. If it had been an early ultimate usage and just sacrificed himself, it could have been totally different. But MDH are not reading what INC is doing. They're not willing to sacrifice like the smaller pieces so that their late game comp can have a strength in the late game.
Nart jumps in, but it's only to get poked down. Free turret, tier 1 taken down. TNZ with Phantom Steed chasing Joga down. No, what? Then the Sharks just did nothing. Holy moly.
Nothing.
How?
Didn't even, it took a shield out, I guess.
Yeah, just that's a big problem, right? The biggest amount of damage as an assassin was just nullified by one shield. That's how far TNZ is ahead against
Radiant Armor.
That's why.
With the Radiant Armor as almost like a second completed item, there is no way Joga can find assassination on his counterpart.
That's very smart if you think about it, because he knows that even when he's not an actual frontliner, Leomord is almost like a frontliner because you're always on the front. You're always trying to fight. Radiant Armor nullifies the Ghost Bursters as well as the damage coming out from Amon. Knowing that he will be in the front lines anyways, so that the others can set up, all he had to do was to sustain. Yes, he does have the Hunter Strike for the damage, but he'll be outputting a lot more attacks because of the Radiant Armor.
Yep, and in order to he can survive even longer, right? He's gonna stomp down MDH, better Airstrike going in. There was also a Lightning Chunk in as well. It's gonna be also the King trying to look for something.
Looking for a Divine Judgment on the other side, and Sunshine just takes the kill. Just no counterplay there. MDH, they tried their best. Well, they did defend the tier 2, but it's all for a kill over to Incendio, and now they have full control of the Lord that just spawned.
Maybe some miscommunications coming out from MDH is definitely not a good move coming out from King. Sure, you have the Petrify. You can take out the Farsa, but with this amount of lead coming out from Incendio Supremacy, you'll easily be punished by your opponents, as we saw in the clash.
I feel like the Benedetta right now, as we're looking at the Lord, basically giving absolutely free over the side of Incendio. I think what the King needs to do is what he's doing right here. Try to split push, try to create some pressure opposite of the map. But at the same time, it's also going to be MDH trying to look over, patrol around the map and try to sneak away turrets as much as possible.
Blade of Despair already picked up by TNZ, together with the Hunter Strike. And the fact that MDH are just getting demolished by the damage output of both the Brody as well as the Farsa. This Leomord is now activated. We have not even talked much about the Kaja and how great it is against the punishment of MDH. So Incendio Supremacy have all of their ingredients together. Their Turkish delight is waiting.
Siege down below. The King, 1-2 basic attacks, and he's already so low. Remember, Brody, most of his damage comes in from the stacks with the torn apart memory. So if he's able to melt down opponents just like that with 2 basic attacks, man, you're in for a lot of damage. Incendio just picking turrets off left and right, mid, bottom, and even the top side has been taken down. Base turret passive is going to be taken down as well, one by one, as they look to siege down below. The Feathered Airstrike taken off. What? That's so much damage. Hehe is down to a quarter of his HP with one Feathered Airstrike shot.
That's the whole point of Rosa, right? Your main goal is to not kill anyone. Your main goal is to have enough damage to push people away. Look at him. He has the clock, he has the lightning trunking, Holy Crystal already, definitely going into the Divine Glaive already. But there you go, Conceal Play going in. It's going to be Nart charging up.
Oh, Nart not going to be able to find anything here. The Phantom Steed comes in, and the Divine Judgment too. Nart pulled back to the team. Further airstrike popped in. Need my help. Going to be melted down. 1 HP. He's 1 HP, but he's still able to survive. The base, however, is going to be taken very low. The King going to be immobilized. That's a Torn Apart Memory. The Endless Shard does nothing. Need my help has been slain, and so has MDH. Incendio take it 2-0. Clean sweeping. MDH.
Incendio Supremacy showing supremacy in the lower brackets. They will be going up against the next challenger, which is Team Hawk.
Oh, man.
I am lost for words. The aggression that you saw coming out from Incendio Supremacy was because of the fact that they played the early game so well. They knew what they needed to do in the early stages. They found their openings in the turtle fights. They made sure that the bottom lane is not going to be stomped by the carry and the Faramis. They know what they needed to do. Alien was on point with the laning stage. It wasn't that he was able to stop the Benedetta from getting anything out of the map. But Farsa had his damage output intact, and Leomord played this so well.